It's ruthless. It breathes with the rhythm of champions, and if you're a rival fan, you should be very, very afraid. What you're about to witness is the exact alchemy that makes this Arsenal team so terrifying. Not just the individual brilliance, but the tactical symphony, the mental metamorphosis, and the perfect storm of youth and wisdom that could paint English football red for years to come. Every position has been sculpted with precision, every tactical innovation crafted with purpose, and every piece of evidence that points to Arsenal's inevitable dominance has been woven together to show you why this team is poetry written in steel. We'll explore the defensive fortress that stands like an ancient castle, the midfield orchestra that conducts the beautiful game, and the attacking symphony that can reduce any defense to rubble. But first, let me paint you the picture of just how magnificent this transformation truly is. But what if someone told you that Arsenal has built not just a defense, but a monument to the art of keeping clean sheets? This isn't the Arsenal of fragile hearts and shattered dreams. No more defensive nightmares haunting the Emirates. No more individual catastrophes crumbling under spotlights. No more surrendering when the pressure mounts like storm clouds. This is something else entirely. This is a wall built from granite and determination, impenetrable as winter, unbreakable as faith, beautiful in its brutality. David Raya, the sentinel between the posts. Like a guardian angel with gloves of gold, he proved exactly why Arteta chose him as his last line of defense. Match after match, he pulled miracles from thin air, saves that didn't just stop goals, they stopped hearts from breaking. His hands don't just catch balls, they catch dreams before they can escape. His positioning reads the game like poetry. His reflexes dance with danger and always emerge victorious. But even angels need rest. Enter Kepa Arrizabalaga, the phoenix who rose from Chelsea's ashes. At Bournemouth, he remembered what it felt like to be wanted, to be trusted, to be the hero instead of the villain. Now Arsenal possess not one, but two guardians, two men who understand that between those posts lies the difference between glory and heartbreak. Then there's the partnership that makes strikers weep in their sleep, Saliba and Gabriel. Like twin towers of strength, they stand as Europe's most feared duo. Saliba moves like silk wrapped around steel. He reads defenses before they've even conceived. His composure spreads through the defense like calm through chaos. Gabriel is the storm to Saliba's stillness, raw power channeled into perfect timing, aerial dominance that turns crosses into prayers that go unanswered. Together, they don't just defend, they conduct a masterclass in the art of saying no. When they stand side by side, attacks don't just fail, they surrender before the battle begins. But the real magic happens in the engine room, where Arsenal has assembled not just players, but poets of possession. Thomas Partey's inconsistency has been swept away like autumn leaves, his injury-prone frame replaced by something far more beautiful, something far more dangerous. Christian Nørgaard, the silent destroyer. At Brentford, he was the man who turned chaos into order, who read the game like a scholar reads ancient texts. Disciplined as a monk, physical as a warrior. He doesn't just win the ball, he liberates it from the enemy and delivers it to safety. But Arsenal's masterstroke was Martin Zubimendi, the Spanish maestro who doesn't just play football, he conducts it. Like Rodri, but with Arsenal's heartbeat pulsing through his veins. At Real Sociedad, he turned midfield battles into one-sided affairs. Now he walks into Arsenal's engine room like a king claiming his throne. Declan Rice remains the constant, the metronome that never misses a beat. He covers ground like morning mist covers valleys, wins battles like a general wins wars, drives forward like hope drives the human spirit. But now he's no longer Atlas carrying the world alone. Now he's part of a trinity that could make the earth itself stop spinning. Martin Ødegaard, the Norwegian magician. Last season's struggles were just the darkness before dawn. Champions don't just evolve, they transform like caterpillars into butterflies. With Zubimendi and Rice providing the foundation, Ødegaard is free to paint masterpieces, to create where others see only empty space, to turn possibility into reality with the flick of his golden left foot. This midfield trinity doesn't just control games, they suffocate hope itself. Teams don't just lose possession against them, they lose the will to even try. But Arsenal's most elegant weapon might be their fullback transformation, where defending becomes an art form and attacking becomes instinct. On the right, Jurrien Timber has claimed his kingdom. What began as versatility has blossomed into mastery. Quick as lightning, sharp as winter wind. Comfortable pushing forward like a river flowing toward the sea. Ben White waits in the wings like an understudy ready for the spotlight. Competition doesn't breed contempt here, it breeds excellence. On the left, Arsenal may have unearthed a diamond in the rough. Miles Lewis Skelly, a teenage dream wrapped in adult composure. Technically gifted as an artist with his brush, composed under pressure like a conductor before his orchestra. Remember that goal against Manchester City? The way he cut inside like a knife through silk. The way he placed it in the top corner like a love letter to perfection. Moments like that aren't accidents, they're prophecies. This isn't just talent, this is destiny announcing itself. Calafiori provides the depth when his body allows. Injuries have been his curse, but quality has been his blessing. Arsenal haven't just built fullback positions, they've created launching pads for dreams. Every defender can contribute to the symphony of attack without missing a note in the song of defense. But if the defense is an ancient fortress and the midfield is a perfect symphony, then Arsenal's attack is pure lightning captured in human form. Bukayo Saka, the golden boy who carries Arsenal's hopes like Atlas carried the world. Direct as an arrow, sharp as a samurai's blade, he reads the game like a prophet reads the future. Last season, injury stole him from Arsenal's embrace. You could feel the difference like winter feels the absence of sun. The right side lost its spark, its magic, its heartbeat. But a fully fit Saka doesn't just change games, he transforms them. He doesn't just play football, he conducts miracles. And now, for the first time, he has a worthy companion. Noni Madueke, the chaos merchant who thrives where others fear to tread. Fast as wildfire, fearless as a lion's roar. He doesn't just beat defenders, he leaves them questioning their career choices. More importantly, he gives Saka something precious. Rest. The right side no longer depends on one man's shoulders. On the left, Arsenal possess an embarrassment of riches. Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard. Fire and ice. Storm and calm. Destruction and creation. Martinelli explodes across pitches like lightning across dark skies, stretches defenses until they snap like overstretched rubber bands. Trossard moves like silk through water, calculated as a chess master, precise as a surgeon's scalpel. He drifts into spaces that shouldn't exist and creates magic from nothing. The secret is keeping Trossard anchored on the left, where he can isolate defenders and turn them into mere spectators to his artistry. But Arsenal's most crucial addition might be the one that finally gave them teeth sharp enough to bite through any defense. For too long, it was Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz, both gifted, both flawed, both almost perfect. But almost isn't enough for champions. Jesus, intelligent as a scholar, quick as Mercury, links play like a conductor links notes, but goals remained elusive as morning mist. Havertz, strong as an oak, graceful as a swan, but he played like a midfielder dreaming of being a striker. Arsenal needs something different, something ruthless, something that turned chances into goals like alchemists turned lead into gold. Enter Viktor Gyökeres, the Swedish symphony of destruction. At Sporting, he didn't just score goals. He collected them like a conqueror collects kingdoms. 66 games, 68 goals, 17 assists. Numbers that don't just impress, they intimidate. He's built like a warrior, moves like a dancer, strong enough to battle giants, fast enough to outrun shadows, clinical as a surgeon, ruthless as winter. When he sees goal, he doesn't hesitate. He strikes like lightning seeking earth. This is what Arsenal have missed since Van Persie's golden left foot graced the Emirates. Over 160 career goals whisper his name, 55 assists sing his praises, 268 games tell his story, and it's a story of relentless excellence. With Gyökeres prowling the penalty area, Saka weaving magic on the right, Martinelli painting masterpieces on the left, and Ødegaard conducting the orchestra behind them, this attack doesn't just threaten, it promises destruction. Arsenal now possess every weapon in football's arsenal. Width like ocean horizons, pace like cheetahs in full flight, creativity like artists with unlimited canvas, and most importantly, the killer instinct that separates champions from dreamers. But the most beautiful transformation isn't written in tactics or transfers, it's carved into the very soul of this Arsenal team. This Arsenal has learned the ancient art of winning ugly, of grinding diamonds from coal, of finding light in the darkest moments. The old Arsenal would crumble like autumn leaves under pressure, fold like origami in the wind when the stakes rose high, let leads slip through their fingers like water through broken dams. This Arsenal team breathes differently. They've walked through fire and emerged as steel. They've tasted disappointment and used it as fuel for their furnace. Arteta hasn't just built a team, he's forged a philosophy, a belief system stronger than gravity, a winning culture that flows through the Emirates like electricity through copper wire. Every player knows their verse in this beautiful song. Every player trusts the conductor's baton. Every player believes in the mission with religious devotion. This isn't just about talent anymore. It's about character forged in the fires of adversity, and this Arsenal team has character that shines like polished gold. And when you weave all these threads together, you create something that doesn't just play football, it creates poetry in motion. A defense that stands like mountains against the storm, a midfield that flows like rivers toward the sea, an attack that strikes like lightning from clear skies, a mentality that burns like eternal flame. This isn't just a good team assembled by chance. This is a masterpiece painted by a master's hand, built for every battle, prepared for every war, ready for every challenge that dares to stand in their way. They can play like artists when beauty is required. They can fight like warriors when battles must be won. They can adapt like water taking the shape of any container. They can overcome like dawn overcomes the darkest night. The Premier League should tremble. The Champions League should take notice, because Arsenal aren't just coming with hope in their hearts, they're coming with destiny written in their stars. This 2026 squad isn't scary because of what they might do, it's terrifying because of what they will do. And what they will do is paint English football red with the brush of champions. So there it stands, the complete tapestry of Arsenal's magnificent 2026 masterpiece. From defence fortress to attacking symphony, Arsenal have woven something magical from the threads of ambition and the silk of talent. This isn't just about individual brilliance, it's about perfect harmony, complete depth, and unbreakable spirit. They've mended every crack in their foundation, strengthened every pillar of their temple, built for every storm that may come. This is the Arsenal team that could rule English football like kings rule their kingdoms. But while Arsenal are painting their future in gold, there's another story about a legend who might have one final masterpiece left to create on football's grandest stage. If this vision of Arsenal's magnificent 2026 squad stirred your soul, make sure to subscribe for more tactical poetry and squad symphonies. And let me know in the comments which position sings the most beautiful song in this Arsenal orchestra. And can they actually conduct a treble this season? Your thoughts help compose future content. The next video reveals what if Cristiano Ronaldo wins the 2026 World Cup, because while Arsenal are composing their dynasty, the greatest player ever might be preparing to write one final verse of impossible glory.